Firstly, if I know you, click out of this video like right now because this is not meant for you. Thank you very much. Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I'll be talking about the stats and ECs that got me into Colombia. And I feel like originally I didn't want to make a video like this when I started this channel because I feel like sometimes it can come off as like weird vibes, but I did watch a lot of these videos when I was applying and they did help me gain like some understanding. Today I'll go through my background, my stats, honors/awards, ECs, and then also just some things I learned in the process, but I'm just like putting what I think out there, and I don't know if some of the stuff that I did brought my application down or helped it, so I'm just putting this out there, so take it with a grain of salt. And yeah, so I applied to Columbia early decision with no hooks during the 2023 to 2024 school year. Some information about me is that I'm Asian American, which must be a huge surprise. And also, I went to a pretty competitive public high school, and the class size was pretty large, probably around like 550 to 600. I applied as like a STEM major. I think for Columbia I had to select my top 3 choices, and I chose biochem, neuroscience and behavior, and biology. When I applied, I was on the pre-med track. I have my application here because I forgot some of the stuff that I put on it. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. So first things first is stats. So I guess I'll just read what I have on here. For my GPA, it's 100 out of 100, but my school's GPA system is weird because that's the weighted GPA, and also it's like out of 100 instead of 4.0. But also my school doesn't provide rank, but I just know that I wasn't in the top 2 out of the 500 something. My school offered AP classes, no IB, so for AP I took 15 APs through my 4 years. When I applied, I had completed 8 APs and I had 5 for those. For the other 7 that I was taking during senior year, I didn't submit scores for because I didn't take the exams yet. So the breakdown for my AP scores are: in freshman year I took world history, sophomore year I took psychology, European history, Chinese language and culture, and in junior year, I took United States history, physics 1, English language and composition, biology. In senior year, I took calculus BC, microeconomics, French language and culture, English literature and composition, physics C, chemistry, and comparative government and politics. I took AP classes in subjects that I wasn't planning on majoring in because I guess it shows academic rigor. Anyways, because AP classes were the higher level classes offered at my high school. For my SAT score, I got a 1570. I feel like these stats can vary widely among schools though, because some high schools offer different courses, and also my high school was pretty competitive. So for my top one, I put President's Volunteer Service Award, gold in 10th and 12th grade, silver in 9th and 11th grade, and I put like the number of volunteer hours. So that one I put at first because it's a national award and I did it all 4 years of high school, but I'm not sure like how selected that is. I feel like it's a good way to be awarded if you do like volunteer related activities though. For my second activity, I put the 2024 Coca-Cola Scholar semifinalist, chosen as the top 1,514 out of over 103,800 applicants. And that one I applied to during my senior year, and I heard back in October, so that was kind of like perfect timing for the early decision application. For my third choice, I put awards I got from a state and regional level science competition, and I just put those 2 together so I could like save some space, and that was from my 11th grade. For my 4th and 5th awards, they were the National Merit Semifinalist and also the AP Scholar with Distinction Award, which were both from 11th grade. So for my honors, only the President's Volunteer Service Award had 9th and 10th grade stuff. And time for the beefiest part of the application, which is the activities section. So for my activities, I ranked them from most important to kind of like least. And for my first activity, I put Kung Fu and Tai Chi athlete and instructor. This sport has played such a crucial part in my life because I've made so many friends through that. And also it's been such a huge learning experience. Like just being out of my comfort zone when I have to perform or go on the competition mat has had a huge impact on my life. So even though this isn't like a STEM related activity, I feel like I had to put this first because of how important this activity was for me. In the description, I put 11 plus years of experience, 2023 Pan American Championship 2-time gold medalist, 2022 New York State Tai Chi champion, 2022 Times Square New Year's Eve ball drop performer. For my second activity, I put that I was one of the captains for my school science Olympiad club in my 11th and 12th grade, and I was a member in my 9th and 10th grades. This club was also so extremely important for me because it's definitely my favorite club in high school. I've made so many amazing friends, and I feel like it's just such a good community. And also I was able to explore a lot of different fields of science through this club. And in my junior and senior years, my team qualified for the national tournament, and it's definitely something that's like a core memory for me. My third activity, I put research. I did research at NYU over the summer after my junior year. It was a really amazing experience. I got to do research on aging with this specific worm model, which seems kind of funky, but actually it was so cool. I really, really loved it. I did measurements for different lifespans, and then I was able to work with bacteria also. So that was such a cool experience, and it kind of showed me that maybe I would want a career that is a little bit more research oriented. And this research was in the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Pharmacology, which makes sense because I was applying as like a biochem, bio-neuro person. Fourth activity was volunteer. I put president of Tai Chi Youth Group, which is basically a non-profit organization that me and other martial arts friends from my martial arts school organized. Basically, we coordinated different cultural events like martial arts workshops or martial arts performances at different locations, such as libraries, parks, senior centers. And this was pretty out of my comfort zone because I would have to like make the agendas for meetings and also just like try to delegate tasks. This was something I started in the winter of my junior year and then continued like through senior year. For my fifth activity, it was in the career-oriented category. I put that I worked at a dental clinic, and that was a nice experience because initially I wanted to go into dentistry. This was also something I started in my junior year and then continued into my senior year. For the description, I put performed salival suctioning, checked in patients, prepared rooms, and sterilized the dental instruments, made follow-up calls, and scheduled appointments. My sixth activity was also volunteer. So there's this after-school camp in my town, and I organized a program called Reading and Literacy Club. So I was the founder, and basically I would just help different like middle school and elementary school students do different activities about like grammar or reading, and it was really fun. I feel like because we would do fun stuff and it was chill. My seventh activity was that I was treasurer for my school's HOSA Future Health Professionals Club for 11th and 12th grade. I qualified for the 2023 International Leadership Conference after competing at the state level for dental terminology, and then I also put some of the stuff I did as treasurer. For my eighth activity, I was the treasurer in my sophomore and junior years and the president in my senior year of the STEM newsletter club. So that was a club where we just published like a collection of articles a few times a year. For my ninth activity, I was a part of the Columbia University Science Honors Program. For this program, I basically just applied and then I got to take like specific courses in that program. I took an astrophysics class, a biotechnology course, and also an organic chemistry course. So that was really, really cool that I was able to explore these different topics. This is something that you should definitely check out if you are interested in STEM and also like in the area. But I don't think that like I got into Columbia just because I did this program. I don't think this helped my application because it was like a part of Columbia. I think it helped because it was like a science related extracurricular and showed that I was like interested in science and not because of its affiliation with Columbia. For my last activity, I just put the different National Honor Societies that I was involved in. I was a part of the Science National Honor Society, like the General National Honor Society, and also the French National Honor Society, and I put that I was the director of activities for the science one. I did include information in my additional information section. For the additional information section, I expanded more on my martial arts extracurricular. I talked about how I would teach different classes over breaks, such as summer breaks, and also like throughout the school year, just because it's been such a huge part of my high school experience. And also I added a summer program I did once, and also that I did dental shadowing in 10th grade. So not huge parts, but I just included it. And in the additional information section, I also put other science-related honors I got from like Science Olympiad and also school level awards. And then something I put at the end was I put links to Tai Chi Youth Group's website, and also I put their Instagram handle. So I just included that just in case they wanted to check it out, because we did post kind of a lot of stuff on Instagram, so that was pretty fun. So now just for some general things that I tried to do during the application, and also I don't know if these things are good, but these are just things that I tried to do. So just take this with a grain of salt, because I'm definitely not an admissions officer, definitely not super educated in this. But something I tried to do for my activities section was I tried to be like very specific about what I did. Like I would mention like how much money I helped fundraise, or like what specific things I did for the club. And for my research experience, I mentioned like what kind of research I did and like what model organism I did it on, just to be like more clear, because the character limit is kind of rough. It's pretty restrictive. And I started just kind of like filling out the college application like the summer before my senior year, because senior year, the first and second quarters of senior year are really rough. There's so many things due, there's so many applications that need to be done, and I was like, it was wild. I was like trying to do these applications and also like apply for research competitions and scholarships. Like it was rough. I would also watch a lot of these videos just to kind of get a sense of like how my application like fit into the like applicant pool. But also I feel like something that kind of helped me was that if you go on LinkedIn and you see like people from your high school who went to the schools that you like, you could look up their LinkedIn and see what activities they do, because like those people would be like from your background, because I feel like there's so many things that are so background dependent. So that was basically my application, and it's kind of crazy how like all these years of work have just been summarized into the first 8 pages of this PDF document. But I guess like at the end of the day, there's so many factors that like none of us can control when going into this application process. So like the best thing we can do is just give our best effort in this application and just hope that things go well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. And if you're going through the college application process, I hope that you take time this break just to like spend time with family or friends and just to rest, because I know how stressful it can be. So I hope that things go well and that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. Since I passed 500 subscribers, which is really crazy, I think my next video will be a Q&A while I play Roblox. So if you have any questions about life or something, you can put in the comments, because I read through every single comment. So good luck with whatever you're doing, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that things work out. See you guys.